This video will give you an example of why you would want to create an email filter. Then I'm going to show you how to create that email filter. Now there are loads of reasons to create filters, and hopefully during this one example your imagination juices will kick in and you'll see many more automation opportunities with email filters. Okay, during the course of a normal day, let's say you receive about 100 emails. Yeah, it could be more, it could be less, but just stick with me here. And if you took the time to stop what you're doing and say every 30 or 40 minutes check all of your emails, your productivity is going to take a big hit. And yeah, I know, because I'm speaking from personal experience. So instead, you create email filters, so when an email comes in from your bank, it's automatically filtered and delivered into your bank folder. And don't worry, I'll show you how to create these folders here in just a second. And likewise, when you get an email from PayPal saying you got money, it's automatically filtered and delivered to your PayPal folder. And when you get an email sent to your support email address, it too will be automatically filtered and delivered to your support folder. Are you kind of seeing a pattern forming here? So that way, once you get all of your filters created, if you still feel compelled to check your email every 30 or 40 minutes, at least now you can quickly scan your important folders, and if there is not anything new, then you get on back to work, instead of wading through the entire inbox, getting distracted by every shiny new email. You can do that whenever you're done working. Well, that's a pretty good example of the why. Now let's cover the how. Once you've logged into your cPanel control panel, head on over to the mail section or module or panel, and you've got a couple of options here to work with. The account level filtering is what I always use, because if I get an email from PayPal or my bank, I don't care where they send it to, I want to know about it in my specific filtered folder. So this is what I'm going to end up using. But let's head on into here first in case you find the need to create a user level filter. And these are the users, basically the email addresses that you created earlier. And you just come in here and click on Manage Filters. This is the way you can test it, and I'll show you that here in a second. And you come on up here and you click on Create a New Filter. You give the filter a name, and of course you can't have it as any other name. It has to be unique, just like it says here. And you decipher the rules. Now you can add as many rules as you want, but you don't want to get too carried away, because the more work your server has to go through, the more resources are going to be used. And if you use too many resources on a regular basis, then you're going to get that nasty email from your web hosting company saying bye-bye, and that's not what anybody wants. So keep this to a minimum if at all possible. So that's the user level. The account level is set up the same way, and that's how I'm going to demonstrate creating a filter. So let's head on back over to our account level filters right here. Create new filter, give it a rule, and I'm going to name this one PayPal. I'll name it PayPal 1 in case I want to create additional filters that are related to PayPal. Now in the rules section, I want it to say anywhere in the body of the email that I'm receiving, if it contains anything to do with PayPal. And by the way, in this box here, you can use what's called regex or regular expressions, which is way beyond the scope of this video, but it can be pretty darn detailed. Anyway, getting back on track here, if somewhere in the body of the email I receive, if it contains the word PayPal, then here's what I want to happen. I want it to go to a particular folder that I'm going to browse for now and select. However, that folder that I want it to go to is called PayPal, which is not in existence yet. So let's head on back to our webmail email client and create the folder. So let's go ahead and cancel out of here, head on back. None of that's going to be saved, so we'll come back and recreate that here in a second. Now we want to go into webmail, go to webmail clients, and you can choose any one of these, because whatever you do in one of them is going to show up in the other one. So let's go to Roundcube first. Oh, and by the way, let me back up here for a second. Under Horde, if that's an option that you have available in your cPanel account, you can actually create filters here that will do pretty much the same thing as we're going to be doing within the cPanel account level filters. You just click on New Rule, and pretty much the same way here, you give it a name, tell it what you want it to do, and click on Save. But I'm not going to go that route. I just wanted to let you know that you can in fact create filters here as well. So let's come on back here. If I can get on out of here, go into Roundcube, and I want to create the folder. Let me see here. Manage folders, new folder, and let's give it a name, PayPal. Click on Save. I don't want it to be in any other parent folder. I want it to be the parent folder. And we're good. So we got the folder created, and I think we can just X out of here. Come on home. Now let's go ahead and create that account level filter. Create new filter. And again, inside of the body, if it contains PayPal, I want it to go to the folder named PayPal. Click on create, and we're good. So let's click on go back. You can see right here's our filter. If you want to come in later on and delete it or edit it, you can do that. And let's go ahead and test it. We're going to test this here in just a second. Well, let's go ahead and do this now. Now, right in here, we want to have something to do with PayPal in the body of this, because if we had it set to somewhere in the to or the from or the subject, then you want to put that trigger, in this case the word PayPal, in there. But in here, we're going to have the word PayPal and click on test filter. Filter has matched the following condition. The body contains PayPal. So we're good to go. Now, this to me is not a perfect test. Yeah, it says that it tested it, and it does work according to this. But let's give it more of a real world test, shall we? Let's go ahead and log into one of your email accounts. In my example, I'm going to one of my Gmail accounts. I want to compose to, let's say, sales at, yeah, right here. Well, you'd think I've done this before. And subject, whatever, this, and in here, and I need my trigger, PayPal, and click on send, and it's sent. Let's come on back here, go into our webmail, and we can choose any of them because it's going to show up in all of them. That is, of course, if it works. And if it works, it's going to show up in PayPal, in the PayPal folder, and not in the inbox folder. Let's go on over to Squirrel Mail. We haven't been there yet. And PayPal, there we are. This is a test. Should say message PayPal. Ta-da! And it does work. So there you have it. That's how you can create a filter. A few reasons as to why you would want to create a filter, and how you can test that filter once you've got it created. That's going to bring us to the end of this video on creating email filters. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.